Hey, hey, my lovely starlights. How are you? It's me, Crystal K. I'm actually really, really happy to be able to have this moment with you, to come in to alignment with you so we can go for another reading another day. It's beautiful outside. It's sunny. It's cool, like the beautiful clouds that's out, birds chirping. There's so many things happening. Like I was walking to the park and there's an egret that was just walking right by, taking its time and then just moving. And I had to pay attention to all the things that I am grateful for, all the things that I've experienced, all the things that has happened, both positive or not so positive. What am I grateful for? What have I experienced? What have I gone through? But with going through those things, understanding how I got through them. And it's amazing because I always hear you've survived 100% of your bad days. You are here and you have survived them and you have gotten through them. So with getting through how tough things are, how hard things are, how frustrating things are, look at where you're at now. Look how far you've come. So I'm definitely happy to give this reading. I have been requested to read for a Taurus today, so that's what we're going to be doing, reading for our lovely Tauruses. And I'm excited. I'm so excited to be able to do this reading. All right, thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much, Spirit, coming in as for protection, as for peace, as for truth. What messages for our Taurus do we have right now? Messages for our Taurus. What messages for our Taurus do we have today? Messages for Taurus, please. Messages for Taurus, please. 4 cards. Wow. Obstacle for Taurus, please. Okay. Overcoming obstacles. Overcoming obstacles for Taurus. Wow. And what's our outcome, please, Spirit? Spirit, what's our outcome for Taurus? Whoa! Okay, there's this song called The Sun that just popped in my head, and it's sunny and beautiful as it is right now. Look at that. Look at that. You got the sun. And when I tell you the sun is full of light and full of abundance and full of just joy, to get that card on your outcome, your overall, that's beautiful. Overall, you are still abundant. Overall, everything that you've done, been through, you're still going through goodness. You're still having that warmth, that light, that love, and continuing to say, okay, I've gone through this. This is a situation that I've had to deal with, but I'm still present in myself in this situation. I'm still smiling. I'm still moving. And that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Whoa. Right underneath the sun is the 2 of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. 2 of Cups, that's our love card. Basically, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a partnership, whether it's something, it's two individuals working together for the same cause. And the Ace of Pentacles, things are going to get better. Things are definitely going to come to you in a strong way, because Pentacles is earth, which is our Tauruses, and that's finance, that's abundance. So even when things seem scary or hard, like murky, things will get better. And I'm loving this so far. This is amazing. So here, your energy is the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is about rest. It's about taking your time. You're falling back from always having to go, do. That same egret literally just flew by, and it's like, it flew to the tree right in front of me. It's like, wow. It's trying to adjust. It's literally just sitting there. Adjusted its wings, adjusted its balance, and just sitting there. Reflection. I think with you going into that 4 of Swords area, you had to fall back. You had to move to a different different times or space or area, just to get away from the rat race, to get away from what's not meant for you, to get away from just what's causing you. Oh my God, look at, it's a cardinal. You have an egret and a cardinal. An egret and a cardinal. Oh, it grabbed a twig. It's gonna go find some. Look, oh no, it's flown to the top of the tree, so that means it's going to its nest. It's building a nest. So maybe building a home, building value, building something that is working in your favor, but doing so not around a big group of people, doing it on your own. Backing away from what things are. Red is for the cardinal base chakra, coming into alignment in the physical tense. So your obstacle was the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. So Nine of Pentacles typically is money flow, wish fulfillment, things coming to you in a way of confidence and independence. And when it's in reverse, you may have hit a hardship that was a loss in something financial or some type of stability that you had, and there was a rush of loss that you had to work through, because without what you had, especially in this physical past tense, it's hurting you in a large way. Okay. Oh, okay. So when I shuffled the cards, it was your energy, then the obstacle, the card that wanted to fly but didn't, and then overcoming it. Wow. Okay, I get it. So let's start with the card that wanted to fly but didn't. It was the King of Swords. So we started out with your energy in the Swords. Swords is all about mindset, mentality. So if you're Four of Swords, falling back, getting your mind together, getting your focus back on track from going through a loss, whether it's an abundant loss or something triggering to you in the physical or the, I know you saw that. That's that same egret that flew over. I know you saw that. I saw that. That King of Swords is, again, swords. It's air sign. It's mental. It's thought process. Think of what a king is. A king is somebody that rules over the castle and the land, takes care of his kingdom, take care of his village for those that's around him. He's the appointed head. So even if it's not in a village as far as your whole family or a manager at a job, you're king of your own castle, i.e. your house. So even if something happened at home life and you suffered a tremendous loss, you have to readjust your mind, fall back, and start taking preemptive measures, start strategizing and analyzing. I lost this. This was a big blow, so I need to get over the things that I lost. I need to work. I went through this, and I have to reassemble. How can I rebuild what was lost? And not only rebuild it stronger so it will still flow. This egret is literally flying everywhere. It keeps going to the trees, pulling a branch, and then going back to base set. So that's flight. Again, air is bird-like because it's feathers, it's flight, it's moving, it's methodical. So with this example of the egret, it's going to different areas and avenues to rebuild its home. It's going to different trees, different bushes, different areas on the ground, whether it's in the highs or in the lows, meaning take to the skies, take to the ground, getting all of its sources, looking at every source that it has, because to overcome that is the devil. That's why I was like, wait, huh? The devil shows up in restriction. The devil shows up in pain, in manipulation, lies, all kinds of things that's meant to break you. And instead of going within the pain and frustration of I've lost this is what's hurting me, this is dragging me down, this is overcoming my mindset, take to this King of Swords to overcome the loss that you made. Overcome it by overcoming those obstacles or individuals that's trying to pull from you, drag you down, take from you. Turn what was meant to break you into a stepping stone. Set that foundation on something strong and something true. So not only do you get through it, not only do you establish, I've took on the darkness, I've took on the things meant to keep me down, meant to keep me in hatred, meant to keep me in pain. I've took on all of it, and I've overcame all of it, every single piece. I'm not worried, I'm not concerned, I'm not angry. I'm looking at things for what they are, for not what they could be, for what they truly are. Because we all love the idea of potential, but instead of looking at there's the potential for this to happen, there's the potential for that to happen, we're moving past that. We're growing farther than what we could have known. We're growing farther than we could have thought of. You know, we're thinking past that. Look at this. Another time, again, it's rebuilding. The egret's here again, taking flight, landed, looked around, found a branch, and flying back to home base. Seeing even in the meltdown, the breakdown, the hurt, the pain, the loss, I'm going to rebuild my life. I'm going to rebuild my structure. I'm going to rebuild the lay of the land. And nothing can stop me, no matter how hurtful, painful, stressful it is or could be. You don't stop the show. You don't stop the flow that I'm looking for. You ever heard of the phrase, one man can't stop a show? Be unstoppable. Be fearless. Because your outcome is the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is moving on. Literally moving forward. I'm done. I'm done. Taking flight. Going out the... It's like going out of the comfort zone, going out of the thought processes of what people perceived life could or should be. Sometimes, I've said this a couple times in this last week, sometimes you got to leave the flock to find a new pasture, a new meadow. Because if you're staying with the flock and they're used to the same area that's once known, I'll be protected here, I won't get attacked by anything, I want this or that. Sometimes you gotta leave the flock to go find better than, hey, I found somewhere that we can be. Let's come over here. This has twice what we've been anticipating, and we can structuralize. Not only do we have feeding grounds, not only do we have water supply, not only do we have shelter, we have those willing to connect with us and work with us and protect us. So you go out there, you're the flock tending to the meadow, but you've gone over to close to the pasture and the herd's there, but then there's actually a sheepdog. Hey, let me take care of you. I got you. You got shelter over here. Wait, there's a fox right there. Hold on. Let me get rid of the fox. You got protection. You got allies to work with you. So it's time to move on. It's time to move out of the main structured area. Okay. So, here. What's the oracle for our Tauruses? What's the oracle for our Tauruses? Messages for Taurus and oracle, please, Spirit. Message in Taurus and oracle. What messages for our oracle? Whoa. Messages for Taurus. Messages in Taurus. Messages for our Tauruses, please. What oracle message? Usually I get jumpers right away. But I may have to just reshuffle and cut the deck. Nope. Oh, wow. And you got a master number 11, the council. When moving in life, seek with your council. Seek with your group that helps elevate and build you. And that's also aligning with spirit. Aligning and moving with what is not comfortable or the same that you lived in. Let's move forward. If the Eight of Wands is forward movement, you need to move in a different mindset. So here I got number 7, the child, number 30, lightning, number 37, the moon, number 1, the ancient ones, 52, standstill, and fire. So you have two elementals, planetary 1, standing still. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a gateway. You're transitioning yourself out of survival mode, out of primal mode. Oh, 15:15 on the clock. I love that. So you're pulling yourself out of mundane mind frames, thought processes, society normalities, and giving yourself a second to sit in a meditative area. Let's think, let's regroup, let's fall back. Let's not move based off of anxiety or fear. Let's move in a place of peace, mentally, emotionally, so I can strategize effectively. The child here, your inner child. Does your inner child feel safe? Does your inner child feel calm? Does your inner child feel overwhelmed? What do you need to do to soothe the different levels of yourself? Because through our lives, we have our inner child. I even say we have our inner teenager, but then we have our higher self, the mundane self. So how do we align all these areas? What is the most creative, sensitive, vulnerable part of me? That's the inner child. What is the protective, ferocious side of me? That's that inner teenager. Just like a teenager can be guttural and frustrating and yelling at the world and everything's horrible. What will soothe and comfort that teenager that is looking for love and understanding, expanding vocabulary, expanding thought processes, so we're not just in the same naive mindset? Then you have a lightning. It's like the lightning in itself. Looking at this card, I say it's elemental because it's like that spark inside of you. It's like right in here, right in your solar plexus, in between the solar and the heart chakra. And it's with that light, it's a human being the light is in. What lights your fire? Literally fire here, orb of fire. Where is your spark to initiate and move change? The moon. It's like the cycles of the moon, going through the crescent, waning, waxing, going through all those phases into becoming full circle. It's going to be going through different stages of light, whether it's the dark side of the moon, going into the new moon, going to the full light, full moon, going into different areas and avenues. And that change, that moment builds you from the child to the ancient one. Not only can you reach out to your ancestors, reach out to your elders, trying to find understanding and embrace all the things that you have built into your counsel. Allow that to grow and expand you, to take you to your highest self, because you've gone within the vulnerable and ascended up into the cosmos, into the ancient minds, into the thought process of more than what you understand in your mind frame, in this physical mindset. Let's go past it. Because some people, oh, this isn't the real world. I only see things in what's physically here. Why? Why do you categorize yourself in one sector? Why not take it as a whole? Why do you have to limit yourself to soul, mundane, sensitive areas when you can ascend further into the vibrations that you have? Because you can sense and feel energies. So move in energies, not just by sight. Move in vibrations, not just by feeling. Don't just stay in the physical, the 3D, the mundane. Ascend higher and seek counselship, seek understanding, ask questions. Allow, just because you lost, allow yourself to build and grow in all levels, to take you out of low vibrations, loss, hardships, into higher elevated commitments, conversations, partnerships, friendships, relationships, to move into a better, higher self. Don't be succumbed to this mundane world, because that's what society is seeking for you to do. Move further. Grow stronger. Ask questions. Because you, my dear, are worth your weight in gold and then some. Do not allow yourself to be beholden into one area just because that's what society says to do or wants you to do. Be more. Be that wildflower. Like looking at the child, he's strong. He's paying attention to what's in front of him, what needs to be done. But there's fire and grit in his eyes. I know what I want in life. I hiccup and I fail. So what did I learn from my failure? What lessons do I take away to apply to the next stage so you can move forward and have what you work so hard for and rebuild everything that you put for yourself and within yourself. You're meant for greatness and meant for more. Don't let yourself be beholden to small-minded thinking. Move further than that. Oh wow, this was a beautiful reading and I hope it resonated. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Again, just flying right by. Wow. All right, thank you so much, my Tauruses. Thank you so much for allowing me to sit with you and give this message. I hope that you are able to take something away from this and enjoyed the things that you've heard within this reading. Should you need me, I'm here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram. Love you guys so much. I wish you all the best. Great week, great month, great year. Thank you so much. All love and light. Like, comment, subscribe. Should you like this video, I will see you in the next one. Bye, Starlights.